Now, the Bible tells us that there's no different place they're in. The Bible tells us that if they left this world without knowing Jesus, that they are where the rich man is today. The Bible tells us in Luke chapter 16 that the rich man died and went to hell. The Bible says in hell he lifted his eyes and looked up. In hell. In hell. In hell. He's not by hell. He's not around hell. He's not close to hell. He's in hell. And it's very descriptive in this right here. It tells you many things you need to know about hell. Number one is he says that he is tormented in this flame. That's a bad place. So, you know, the description that we have a lot of times about it is real. It's just as we think. A lake of fire prepared for the devil and his angels. And those that do not know Jesus when they leave this place, that have not surrendered their heart over to Jesus, they die, they perish. They separate their soul from their body, and they go to hell. And in hell, they are tormented day and night by a flame. There's no rest. There's no peace. There's no break. There's no time when the temperature is cooler than others. It is a constant torment. Now, I think to myself, my friends that left without knowing Jesus, what would they say to me today if they had that one opportunity to come back and speak to me? Your loved ones that you know, or those friends that you had that left this world without accepting Jesus, what would they tell you today? If they had that one opportunity to come back and speak to you, if they had that one thing they could tell you, what would it be? What would it be? I think no one in hell thinks any different than this man right here. I don't think there's one soul in the entire existence of hell that thinks any different than this one man. He came from the same place we did. He was born just like we did. He had all the opportunities in life just as we did. And you know what? He lived, he breathed, and he died just like we did. He was flesh, he was spirit, he was soul, just as we are. And what he does, what he is doing in this flame is remembering. That's what it says in the Bible. Abraham says, remember what happened? Remember when you had everything and Lazarus was there begging at your gate? Remember when you chose material things over the life that God wanted for you? Remember when you had those opportunities to accept Christ and you didn't? Remember is a word there that should haunt us. Because Abraham has given us evidence that in hell we can remember. And every person in hell today is remembering those times they had and didn't take them. They're remembering all those times when they could have reached out and been the hand of God. When they could have reached out and took the hand of God. They're remembering all of those times that Christ called out from them. They didn't hear Him. They didn't listen to Him. This guy remembers sumptuous living. That he would trade. That he would give up in a split second for one one moment of rest. One moment that this flame did torment. Every dollar, every piece of material, every house, every room, every purple clothes, everything he had, he would give up for one moment of peace, of rest. One moment of not being tormented. There is no place worse than hell. There is no place worse than hell. Amen. The place called hell is the only place that Jesus is not. It's the only place you have no connection with the Lord. You have no opportunity with the Lord. It's the only place that hope is truly dead. Dead. So I wonder, what would my friends tell me? What would my loved ones say to me today if they had that one opportunity? Same thing this man says. Call on Jesus right now. We look and see his words. We see his thoughts. In verse 24 it says, "And he cried, and he said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame." This is the last desire that he'll ever have. He doesn't desire his robes anymore. He doesn't desire his house. He doesn't desire his meals. He doesn't desire his gold rings. He doesn't desire his material things. He doesn't desire anything of this world anymore. His desire, and his only desire, is that he wouldn't be tormented. Every desire he ever had in the whole entire time that he lived for himself, his last desire, overwhelming and more powerful than any desire he's ever had, is just a desire for a moment of peace. And this, my friend, will be the last desire he'll ever have. He will have this desire for eternity. He lived his life according to his wants. He lived his life according to his riches. He lived his life according to himself. He didn't care anything about Jesus. He didn't care anything about the church. He didn't care anything about the people that Christ sent to his door. And now his only desire will be for one moment of peace for eternity. So I would say today his desires have changed. In verse number 27 it says, "Then he said, I pray thee therefore, Father, that thou wouldest send him to my father's house. For I have 5 brethren, that he may testify unto them, lest they also come into this place of torment." His next thought was for his family. And he thought about all those teachings of his father. You see, a lot of us will take the teachings from our family, and that's the only teachings we'll ever have. We'll deny them over anything else we learn anywhere else. Why? Because my mom and daddy taught me that. This is the way it is. Why? Because my daddy said so. Or my granny said so. Or my granddaddy told me this is how it was. I tell you what, we owe it to ourselves to step out and learn for ourselves. He's looking back and he said, all those things that my daddy taught me, Well, run!